Have you ever wondered what the future of Thailand's climate might look like? Will it be a tropical paradise or a scorching desert? Thailand, a nation known for its picturesque landscapes and vibrant culture, is today a tropical haven. Its climate is characterized by high temperatures and ample rainfall, providing lush greenery and a rich biodiversity. However, beneath this tropical charm lies a grim prediction. Several climate scientists, environmental experts, and meteorologists have proposed a chilling forecast for the land of smiles. The prediction? In the next 50 years, Thailand could become as hot as the Sahara Desert. Yes, you heard it right. The Sahara, one of the hottest places on Earth, where the mercury often climbs above 120 degrees Fahrenheit. Where is this prediction rooted, you might wonder? The answer lies in a combination of factors. Firstly, the relentless rise in global temperatures. As we continue to pump vast quantities of greenhouse gases into our atmosphere, the Earth heats up, and places like Thailand are no exception. Secondly, Thailand's geographical location. The country is located near the equator, meaning it already experiences higher temperatures than many other parts of the world. As global warming intensifies, these regions are expected to heat up even more. Finally, urban heat islands. Thailand's rapid urbanization and deforestation have led to the creation of heat islands, areas that are significantly warmer than their surroundings. These islands further contribute to the overall warming of the country. This prediction is more than just a hypothesis. It's a wake-up call, a call to action. If we don't act now, if we don't take substantial steps to mitigate climate change, the consequences could be dire. The tropical paradise that is Thailand could transform into a scorching desert, a place too hot for human habitation. If these predictions hold true, life in Thailand could become unbearable. The question is, are we ready to face this grim reality? Or better yet, are we willing to change our ways to prevent it from becoming a reality? The figures speak volumes about Thailand's impending climate crisis. Let's delve into the numbers to truly grasp the magnitude of this issue. Currently, Thailand's average annual temperature sits comfortably at around 28 degrees Celsius. It's a tropical paradise that draws millions of tourists every year with its warm weather and beautiful beaches. Now let's compare this with the Sahara Desert, one of the hottest places on our planet. There, the average temperature is a scorching 40 degrees Celsius. A vast difference, wouldn't you say? However, climate scientists are warning us that this gap is closing rapidly. Climate models project that if we continue on our current trajectory, Thailand's average temperature could rise dramatically. By the year 2074, we could be looking at an average temperature of around 40 degrees Celsius. That's right, the same as the Sahara Desert today. This isn't a gradual shift over centuries or even decades. This is happening within our lifetime. In just 50 years, Thailand could go from being a tropical paradise to a desert-like environment. Consider the impact of this. Imagine the heat, the discomfort, the threat to human health. Think about the effect on the natural environment, the wildlife, the forests, the rivers. Envision the strain on resources, the challenge to agriculture, the threat to food security. But these aren't just numbers and hypothetical scenarios. These are real, tangible threats that we're facing. The numbers are merely a tool to help us understand and visualize the scale of the problem. These numbers paint a stark picture of a future that we must strive to prevent. They serve as a wake-up call, a call to action. We can't afford to ignore this any longer. It's time to take climate change seriously, for the sake of Thailand and for the sake of our planet. Imagine living in a place where the average daily temperature is over 40 degrees Celsius. That's like living in an oven, isn't it? This unbearable heat isn't just uncomfortable, it's downright dangerous. Let's take a moment to consider what this would mean for daily life in Thailand. Imagine stepping outside and immediately feeling as though you've walked into a sauna. Every breath you take is a struggle, the air so thick and heavy that it's almost suffocating. And it's not just about discomfort. High temperatures can have serious health implications. Heat stroke becomes a real and present danger. Dehydration sets in quickly, and the elderly, the young, and those with pre-existing health conditions are particularly at risk. This is no longer a far-fetched scenario. Countries like Kuwait and Iraq already experience these scorching temperatures. They've had to adapt their lifestyles drastically, often staying indoors during the day and venturing out only when the sun sets. Now consider the impact on agriculture. Thailand, known as the kitchen of the world, could see its staple crops like rice and corn wither away under the scorching sun. The country's lush green landscapes could be replaced by arid barren lands. Thailand's vibrant street markets, a staple of its culture and economy, could become a thing of the past. The heat would make it impossible for vendors to sell their goods in the open air and for customers to shop comfortably. Thailand's rich biodiversity could also be under threat. Species not equipped to handle such extreme temperatures could become extinct, disrupting the delicate balance of the country's ecosystems. All these changes could lead to social and economic instability, increasing poverty levels and potentially causing mass migration as people search for more habitable climates. This could be the grim reality for Thailand if action isn't taken. The heat is on, and it's time for us to face it head on. It's not just about saving our environment, it's about preserving our way of life. It's about ensuring that future generations can experience the beauty and diversity of our world just as we have. Remember, it's not too late to change the narrative, but we need to act now, before the heat becomes unbearable. A hotter Thailand is not just about sweating more, it's about the survival of its people and ecosystems. Imagine a Thailand where the rich biodiversity, a source of national pride, is irrevocably altered. The vibrant coral reefs, home to a myriad of marine life, could bleach and die due to warmer ocean temperatures. The lush rainforests might wither under the relentless heat, leading to a loss of habitat for countless species. The ripple effects would be felt across the food chain, leading to a devastating loss of biodiversity. But the heat wouldn't just impact the natural world, it would hit the economy hard too. Tourism, a significant pillar of Thailand's economy, could take a massive hit. Who would want to visit a country so hot it's unbearable? The agricultural sector, already under pressure from erratic weather patterns, would struggle with prolonged periods of drought. Rice, the staple food and a significant export, would yield less in extreme heat, affecting not just the country's economy, but its food security as well. Now let's talk about society. A hotter Thailand means more than just discomfort, it means an increase in health-related issues. Heat strokes, dehydration, and cardiovascular problems could become commonplace. And let's not forget that higher temperatures create a perfect breeding ground for disease-carrying mosquitoes. Diseases like dengue and malaria could surge, putting an immense strain on the healthcare system. Water scarcity, already a concern in parts of Thailand, could be exacerbated. Imagine the struggle of communities as they grapple with dwindling water supplies, further fueling social and economic inequality. A hotter Thailand is not just a problem for Thais, it's a global concern. As one of Southeast Asia's largest economies, any disruption in Thailand has the potential to send shockwaves throughout the region and beyond. The impacts of a hotter Thailand would be far-reaching and devastating. The time to act is now, for the sake of not just this generation, but those to come. Because a future where Thailand becomes as hot as the Sahara Desert is a future we cannot afford to realize. The future of Thailand's climate is not set in stone. It's in our hands. We're not just passive observers in this unfolding drama of climate change. We're the scriptwriters, the directors, the actors. Each of us holds a piece of the puzzle, and it's high time we start putting them together. Climate change is a global problem and it requires a global solution, but the fight begins at home. Each of us can make a difference in our daily lives by reducing our carbon footprints. We can choose to walk or cycle instead of driving, switch to a plant-based diet, recycle, reduce our consumption, and invest in renewable energy. But it's not just about individual actions. Governments, businesses, and organizations also have a crucial role to play. They can set ambitious targets for reducing greenhouse gas emissions, invest in clean energy, and enforce regulations that protect our environment. They can also help communities adapt to the changing climate by building resilient infrastructure and providing resources for those most at risk. And let's not forget the power of collective action. When we band together, our voices become louder, our actions more impactful. Grassroots movements, community initiatives, and international cooperation can transform the world. In Thailand, we are already seeing the seeds of change. Solar power projects are popping up across the country. Communities are coming together to plant trees and clean up their neighborhoods, and the government has pledged to reduce its greenhouse gas emissions by 20% in the next decade. But we can't afford to rest on our laurels. The stakes are too high. The future of Thailand's climate, and indeed the world's, hangs in the balance. We need to act, and we need to act now. We need to push for change at every level, from our homes to our workplaces, from our local communities to the global stage. The future is not a distant, abstract concept. The future is here, the future is now, and it's in our hands. We have the power to change the future of Thailand's climate. The time to act is now.